What's going on, everyone? For today's video, we're going to be talking about the Apex Legends Season 2 weapons update. I'm going to be reading an article straight from EA.com, Apex Legends Season 2, and it's pretty interesting stuff. They do mention about the L-Star. They have a little bit more information on that. We're going to be talking about new hop-ups coming to guns like the Mozambique and the P2020, the Alternator, RE45. All those guns are going to get new hop-ups, so that's going to be pretty interesting. Attachments, we're going to be talking about a few attachments here. Arc stars, changes to the few, I think, grenades, I believe, or something like that. Ammo stacks, some changes to that, and a few other changes coming July 2nd for Season 2. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm just going to get right into it. So the new weapon, the L-Star, arrives. This season we're introducing the L-Star, a rare and powerful LMG. This weapon fires large, high-damage plasma projectiles at a fast cyclic rate. The L-Star is joining the Mastiff and Kraber in airdrop packages, and quite frankly, it's a beast. The L-Star's unique projectiles are much larger than those fired by other weapons in Apex. Players need to lead targets more at range to compensate for the L-Star's slower projectiles, but on the flip side, they don't have to aim quite as precisely to get good effect on target. All this plasma field power comes at a price. The L-Star will overheat if players hold the trigger down too long. When the L-Star overheats, its lens breaks and needs to be replaced, which takes some time. Expert players learn to feather the trigger with short/medium bursts, taking short breaks to let the weapon cool down. This L-Star weapon sounds like, you know, a Halo weapon, plasma pistol, or plasma automatic rifle. The L-Star only spawns in airdrops like the Mastiff and Kraber, and comes with a limited ammo supply that cannot be refilled. Get out there, hunt some airdrops, and let us know what you think of our newest high-tech addition to the armory. This is going to be, it sounds pretty cool. It's a good addition to the supply drop, or the airdrops. It sounds like a cool weapon. We're just going to have to see what happens when coming July the 2nd. New hop-up. So this is what's interesting. It says right here, this season we wanted to bring up the low end of the power curve a little, increase situational viability for lesser used weapons, and create more interplay between weapons. So we created a couple of new hop-ups. So what are the hop-ups? There's two new hop-ups. The first hop-up is called Disruptor Rounds. The hop-up is supposed to increase shielded damage, and the compatibility is the Alternator and the RE45. So the Disruptor Rounds are for those specific weapons, the Alternator and the RE45, and it's supposed to break your shields a lot faster than other weapons. Okay, so that's pretty cool. The second one is the Hammer Point Rounds, and yes, it's called Hammer Point Rounds. Increased unshielded damage. Compatibility is the P2020 Mozambique. The increased unshielded damage. I don't know how I feel about that. It's because, just imagine, you know, you're in endgame situation, and it says right here, there's a sentence. Ideally, players will consider one of these hop-up small arms for weapon swap tactics, and sometimes carry them unironically into endgame situations. So, like for example, if you have a situation where you take a Bangalore shield completely down, and then she goes, you know, and you take almost half of her health out, and you know she's pretty much almost one shot, you're gonna go push, right? And if you push with a Mozambique, it doesn't matter if they shield it. It doesn't matter if they were able to get the battery off. You're still gonna be able to knock them because they're 50 health. And you know, these hammer point rounds are gonna be really, really key in knocking people with shields. You know, purple armor or gold armor, it's not gonna matter. You're still gonna hit their health. That's the whole point. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but we'll see what happens coming July 2nd. So new attachments. The new attachment is the Energy Mags. Energy Mag attachments have been added for the Havoc, Devotion, and Triple Take, adding more loot gameplay and power curve depth. Like the other magazine's attachments, Energy Mags increase ammo capacity at all levels and reduce reload time at level 2 and above. That's pretty cool. The energy weapons needed some type of mag to help out, you know, because the not the light rounds, but the R301, for example, and the Spitfire, they have their own heavy mags and light mags. So it's cool that they made an energy mag for energy weapons. Power up, we buffed some less popular weapons to make them more powerful within their design roles. Look out for buffs to the flatline, P2020, alternator, and triple take, with the specific details outlined in our S2 patch notes. I want to look that up. S2 patch notes, let me see. I think the Season 2 patch notes are not going to be available until Season 2 comes up, but I think that's what it is. As far as the Arcstar, spikes and sticks, it says, since launch, the Arcstar has seemed spiky to us. To us, this means that the gameplay and personality are good, but it can sometimes feel unfair to use or fight against. We did a few targeted tweaks. Increase ignition delay from 2.5 to 2.8. Okay, so it's not going to go off in 2.5 seconds. It's going to go off in 2.8 seconds. Okay, so more time to react to the Arcstar. That's cool. Sticking a full health player will now down them. Holy crap. Okay, sticking a full health player will now down them completely. So it's kind of like Halo. If you stick someone with a sticky grenade, they're dead. You know, they're going to go down. Okay, that's cool. Players at the edge of the explosion no longer get their shields completely shredded. Players at the edge of the explosion no longer get their shields completely shredded. That's good. I don't know how I feel about the sticking, though. Sticking a full health player will now down them. I mean, that's cool. You're going to be able to use Arcstars a lot more. I have been in situations where I stick people from across the map. And that's going to be cool to down somebody like that now. But it's going to suck if it happens to you. It's just one of those situations. As far as gold weapons, players can look forward to finding a totally new set of gold weapons in King's Canyon for the start of Season 2. Look out for final lists in the Season 2 patch notes. Ammo stack sizes. Apex players need to strike a fine balance between loading their backpacks with ammo and holding other items for emergency or utility purposes. In a couple cases, we felt the stack sizes weren't well balanced, so we tweaked. The shotgun max stack reduced from 64 to 16, so now you can only max carry 16 rounds per slot instead of 64 before. Players now need multiple stacks of ammo to run a shotty. I understand why they did it, because usually, you know, people will stack themselves with a lot of shotgun ammo and then go in there with a peacekeeper and not ever have to worry about shotgun ammo ever again in the game. So this is going to tweak players a little bit. It's going to change how players play in a sense, but there's still going to be people using shotguns for sure. Energy max stack increased from 60 to 80. That's cool because it's supposedly now matching the light and heavy ammo weapons that you can stack yourself with 80 rounds per slot. And in energy weapons, you were only able to stack yourself with 60. So in the beginning of Season 2, all of this is going to happen. It's pretty cool. Airdrop weapons. Airdrop packages now use different loot tables for different phases of the game. Early, mid, late. For example, players will find more Krabers in early and mid-game airdrops. Oh. Okay. So, for example, players will find more Krabers in early and mid-game airdrops. That's cool. While endgame airdrops should spawn more Mastiffs. That's awesome. And of course, these loot tables now include the L-Star, Plasma, LMG. Where would the L-Star be at? I think it would probably be early, right? So I'm thinking the Kraber and the L-Star are going to be early drops. Early to mid. And then the Mastiff is just going to be at end game situations. That's so cool because you're going to be able to predict when people have a Mastiff. Mastiff just changes the game completely if you have it. So it's a really, really powerful weapon. You can knock people immediately if you know how to use it. And of course, these, yeah, I already read that. Season 2 starts July 2nd. Beyond the changes mentioned here, the weapon team still has a few tweaks up our sleeves for Season 2. So look out for our patch notes when season starts on July 2nd. Okay, so the patch notes are going to be available on July 2nd. Okay, well, I guess I'll make another video then when the patch notes come out. And as always, from the entire Apex Legends team, thanks for playing. Dude, I mean, it sounds cool. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is the hammer point rounds increase unshielded damage, because you're going to be able to knock people even though they have their full shields. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to be aware of the fact, okay, this guy might have a P2020 now or a Mozambique, and you're just going to have to be stuck in those situations. But again, P2020s and Mozambiques are going to be a lot more harder to use you know, they've been always hard to use against people, but at the same time, you're just going to be aware of the fact that, you know, people have hammer point rounds and they have disruptor rounds. But the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is those hop-ups. But outside of that, everything else sounds pretty cool. And the Arc Star, probably, the sticking a full health player will now down them. That's going to be cool. That's going to requires a lot of skill to Arc Star a player. So, especially when someone's like shooting you down and you're trying to stick them, it's going to be a whole different situation. But you're just going to be aware that Arc Stars can now, if you're stuck, you're pretty much going to go down. No matter how much shield you have or what level of armor you have, stuff like that. But that's, outside of those things, this update sounds pretty cool, man. And I can't wait for the patch notes. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.